Hey guys, and welcome to my entrance for the Domaine de Canton cocktail competition this year. My name is Tim Phillips. I'm from Hemmesphere on George Street in Sydney. You're actually at the moment in my house, so welcome. Venue wasn't available today, so we've got it here. It's a nice sunny day in Bondi. I've got the day off, so I thought we'd make the most of it. We'd come into my house, we'd make it here. Okay, so the cocktail competition. I'm very excited when I had the opportunity to come up with a drink for Domaine de Canton. Obviously a ginger liqueur that has a lot more depth than other ginger liqueurs. The added sort of punch of ginseng in there really sort of gives it a lot more depth, makes it a lot more sort of versatile. It's not so much two-dimensional. So the drink we've done today is a play on a 16th century style of drink. When I was getting the inspiration for this drink, I was thinking the competition was going to be held as summer is ending, autumn is coming on, and a colder season is coming across in Australia. And one of the drinks that sort of really comes to mind in a cold season is something like an eggnog, or what was known back then as a milk punch. So what I wanted to do today was a play on a milk punch with a bit of a contemporary spin on it. Okay, so let's get straight to the cocktail. Let's get into it. So we'll start with the star of the show, Domaine de Canton. We're going to go with 1 metric shot of that, 30 mils. And to add to that, we're going to add 30 mils of a Dominican Republic rum, the Methuselah Grand Reserva. So a shot of that straight in there. So what we've got at the moment is just a little bit of a water bath going on. Don't let it surprise you, fool you. It's just helping us out to make this drink a little bit faster. To add to that, we're going to add some barrel-aged bitters, some Fees barrel-aged bitters. Quite heavy on the cinnamon notes, and this is obviously going to work very well with that ginger, the rum. It all goes hand in hand. 4 or 5 drops of that, and then of course a milk punch wouldn't be a milk punch without milk. So we're going to add a couple of shots of that. Oh, perfect, excellent. Also, to give it a bit more spice and a little bit more depth, we're going to add a good pinch of mace. Now mace is the outer husk of a nutmeg, so it's got a lot more sort of flavour to it, got a lot more depth and a lot more sort of intensity. So we're going to add that in there, and then also 1 or 2 grinds of pepper. So it's in there, and then we're going to get that to temperature. So stick that on the boil. Now while that comes to boil, I'm going to give you the inspiration behind the drink. When I think of ginger, I generally think of gingerbread. When I think of gingerbread, I think of gingerbread houses. And the story that comes to mind is the famous story from the Brothers Grimm, Hansel and Gretel. Now obviously everyone knows the fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel get caught up in the forest, a blind evil witch tries to cook them in a cauldron. So what I want to do is almost replicate that cauldron by heating the drink just over a little bit of a cauldron just there. Okay? So once that gets to temperature, like that, we're going to add a little bit of butter, a la a hot buttered rum. Get rid of that, and then stick it in a blender. Now, as far as I know, this is probably the only blended hot drink I've ever said. So we're going to just blend that, just to get that butter going. Excuse the noise. Crack it open, and we're going to serve it in our little cauldron. Now what the blend does is it obviously blends that butter into the drink, but it gives the drink a nice sort of foam. So almost replicating a coffee steamer sort of effect. To add to that, just over the top, we're going to do a little bit more mace, and then just some fresh lemon peel. Now the fresh lemon peel is going to go hand in hand with that ginseng, which works really well, which obviously is used in the Canton. It's going to work really well with the cocktail and give it some freshness. Obviously very fashionable these days to serve your cocktail on a wooden board. So we'll serve it on a wooden board with a little accompaniment. And what better accompaniment would there be than our actual Hansel and Gretel gingerbread man or boy and girl. And then I give you my drink. It's the Hansel and Gretel milk punch. Thank you.